Yes, hello everyone. My name is Magino Daniel, and I'll take you through a demo for the project. So the project is titled Conversational Graph Retrieval Augmented Generation for Legal Land Advisory Services. So briefly, this demo is aimed at helping users understand how the project works. So first of all, we have the legal land advisory services that are going to be or that are provided to the users in order to navigate through the land laws, to understand how these laws work, to cope up with them, and to put them into play. So then also we have verification of land titles, which is also done by machine learning models to help provide uh, a response of whether the land title is original or fake. We shall see all this throughout the demo. So we'll start by loading the website itself or the web application. So we had already hosted it. It's called Legal Land AI.vassal.app with the auto completion here. So the first page we land on is this is our landing page for the project demo. And this is how beautiful and intuitive it is. So this is the first landing page. The user gets to understand some information about what he or she is going to do on the platform. So there's some helpful information here, and then some help of the navigations. You can use these tabs here, can navigate to the home, the services offered. As you can see, we have land advisory services, land title verification, the about us section, then the team that is involved in that is behind the implementation of the project, and then the contact us page here in partnership with Makerere. So this is the landing page, and this is very responsive too. Let me try to demonstrate that also, just briefly. I've pressed F12 to demonstrate that on my keyboard. That's why you're having a small screen here. So if I tap here, this helps me to view it on a mobile kind of interface. So this shows it's responsive on mobile interfaces. You can still go ahead and press this drop down here to check all of these mobile phones here to see how responsive enough. You can check it on the tab, on Samsung, iPad, on any of these. You can click any to see how responsive this is getting. So this is very responsive on all kinds of devices, laptops, iPads, and all other devices. So let me close this and we start, we go into what has brought us. So we start by clicking this button for getting the legal advisory services. So this will load the advisory service, conversational artificial intelligence bot that is going to enable the users to have that conversation, like on how to navigate through the land laws, how they can acquire land, and like they will be able to converse with the AI itself, and it will be able to respond back to them. So this is a beautiful UI for this conversational AI. As you can see, sidebar here, we have these options here, creating a new chat, the name of the conversational AI, legal land seek, create a new chat. You can change the theme color here. You can verify the land title here, but we will start with the conversation first, then we can go into other features. Well, for the theme, we can change it from here so that you can have a light theme here. For those we're catering for those with visual impairments, those who may need to see or to use this conversational AI with the light theme, and then those who need the dark theme can still use it by toggling this to dark theme. So I'll start by logging in here from this part. As you can see at the lower part here where is my profile, you can click this and then you log in here. So you can either use email and address through the sign up, or you can continue with Google. So I will continue with Google for security to help secure the chatbot or the conversational AI. So I proceed to log in. And yes, I am in now. So I've logged in. This shows my profile here, shows profile picture here, shows for my email, shows here that I am logged in, and I have my current old chats that I had before. So we are already logged in, and I can toggle this back to light for those who need to see this clearly. So you can create a new chat or continue with your old chat. I can create a new chat here. Yes, and I can even rename a chat here at the sidebar or delete any. Maybe I can get back to the old one here and I delete it so that we can start a new fresh chat. I have just deleted the chat. So I can start this and I rename this chat here. I give it maybe first chat. And this has been renamed instantly. So I can start here by getting a service. For instance, maybe you want to acquire a freehold land title. I can come in and start by asking the chatbot here or the conversational AI, how can I acquire freehold land title? Yeah, I can stop at that, or I can even say in Uganda or in any context. I can stop at that and I push in or I tap in that prompt, press enter, and just wait for a few seconds for it to reply back. So as it's generating back, so we are using we are using a free version of the API key. That's why sometimes we may face that slow response because we have not bought the pro version. But I believe if we have the pro version, we shall be able to have that fast response. So it has responded in at least in about a half a second. Sorry, in about a half a minute. So this is the response it's giving us to acquire freehold land title in Uganda, as it has been specified for us in Uganda, even without us specifying it here, because the context is in Uganda. So you follow the steps you follow step-by-step procedure outlined by the Ministry of Land, Housing and Urban Development, and it lists down all the steps. As you can see, the steps, the things you need to submit, the completed forms you need to submit, the application for registration, transfer form, consent form, application for title. These are all procedures for acquiring a freehold land title. All these are the steps it gives you. I don't want to read this. It's lengthy, but I'm showing you all the information it generates. And then there is even a fee here. It puts also the fee that is required so that you're sorted and you know that I need these requirements in order to acquire the freehold land title. Then there are additional notes also. If you're converting leasehold to freehold land title, additional requirements may include this and this amount and all that. Then this other part also here is to help you in case you have any inquiries to make. Maybe you want to contact someone at the Ministry of Land. These are the contacts. List down the contacts, the location, and the email of someone you can contact from there. So don't you see this is very, very good? So yeah, this is how you can acquire a freehold land title. And this is, it still does also the translation of Uganda or English. So maybe I can, this time maybe prompt something and I say, in Uganda, if you say I want to buy land in Uganda, I say njagala kugula ettaka. So I can maybe say njagala kugula ettaka. I think that is enough. I don't need to specify my Uganda because already it knows this is a case study done. We are doing all that is done in Uganda, in the context of Uganda, because we're using data from Uganda. So let's see the response in a few minutes, sorry, in a few seconds. Yes, as it loads, we can still be navigating through to see other options. We have here a QR code scan where if someone needs to get to this platform very fast, can use this QR code to scan here in order to get to this platform very fast. And then, yes, it's now generating. So here it is responding back in Luganda, as we can see. It generates, still generates. And in case there's something you need to know in Luganda and it still replies to you, as you can see, kunoonya obujulizi ku mateeka, sorry, ku mutaka, the land title search, it still gives you even the meaning of the word in some English here, so that if maybe you don't know something in Luganda, you need to understand it this way, it will still try to provide it here. So this is what it is able to give. Ojagala kugula ttaka mu Uganda, kino kiba kintu ekirina kukolebwa mu ngeri entuufu nga oteekwa kumanya amateeka agakwata ku kugula n'okutunda ettaka. So it is really responding in Luganda. I don't want to read all this in Luganda, but this is what it is able to generate in Luganda. So yes, then that is it for the Luganda and English. Still, if you want to prompt any other thing, maybe how do I check whether the land is original or fake? Okay, how do I know the land title, sorry, is original or fake? So this is another prompt I'm giving to it. And for those who may want to copy a response or something, you can always press these. There are some keys here. You can even see them in the dark mode. You can press this. The message will be copied. Even you can either copy a response or you can even copy the question itself you had asked earlier on. So this is how good it is in performing. Yes, so it's able to provide a response. To determine whether the land title in Uganda is original or fake, carefully examine the following 10 key features. Yes, it provides you some of the features. I will not want to go into detail into them, but maybe I can mention a few. There's a QR code. Since titles were issued, the title from the titles issued after 2016, it should have a QR code, land administration file, which is the LFF. There's FRV, LRV, among others. Then there is tenure and registration book details, land description, ownership section, registered date, and signature. We shall actually see this during the title verification on the images. These are there in these land title images. Yeah, we shall see this actually on the land title image. So I think that is it for the verification and for the conversation with the chatbot itself. And all features have been exhausted. Maybe for those for account information, if somebody needed to change maybe their something or their email, their picture, they can come to this profile down here, the photo. You click on it, you'll be able to see your profile information here, and you can press manage, or you can sign out of the conversational AI. And here you can see all your information. You can update your details. You can update the picture here. You can always add an email here. And yeah, for those who may want to delete their account completely, you can come and delete your account from this. And yeah, that is it majorly. And let's now proceed to verifying the land title. Yeah. So verifying the land title, you can click just this button over here. If you want to verify the land title, you can even see if I close this tab, it's here, verifying of the land title. And you can tap this. And instantly you'll be able to go on to the interface for verifying the land title. So here, this is how the interface looks like for verifying the land title. So the model has been loaded, you can see here. And here we are being asked to upload the land title document image if we have. So I'll upload one and we see. Okay, let me upload this. So we have an image here we have uploaded. I hope you're able to see. Let me actually get a clear one. This. Okay. So some of the features I talked about from the advisory service, like the features to note that this is an original land title, the features that the conversational AI displayed earlier on, there were the QR code, there was this FRV or LF, LAF, the code or number here. Then we have this part here, this down here. Then there are about 10 features that were mentioned. This feature, this here, signature here, the date here, owner's copy, and this. So there are about 10 features that were mentioned. And let's try and analyze this and we see. Yes, so let's analyze and we see whether it's an original or a fake title. So the machine learning model runs in the background to check whether it's authentic. And here it has checked the authenticity of the land title. Okay. the score has been gotten here that it's original or authentic. So we need, after checking for its originality or authenticity, for those who may have that, you may have those concerns of how has this originality come about, because we have these features down here, it using Vision Transformer and CNN for classifying this image to check whether it's original or fake. Then GradCam analysis with the H5 model loaded, and then pre-processing of the image. So at this moment here, the GradCam analysis has been loaded here. So GradCam majorly is an XAI technique that is used to show or provide evidence of what the model based on to predict or to provide prediction that this image, for example, this land title is original because of this and this. So majorly, this the GradCam, how it works, it plots a heat map or highlights areas with highlights areas that majorly have contributed to the model's prediction. It can be red or yellow areas that indicate regions that the model focused on during that classification. So this is what happens. We have the original image and we have it here being displayed with GradCam showing the areas it based on to predict that this image is original. So there's a serial number. So there is a QR code here. We have the code here. We have some information here. Then at the side here, next to the laugh that we talked about, LAF, signature, and all these other parts here. So that is majorly what the model is based on to predict that this is an authentic or original land title. So we are going to still upload more to see. Okay. Now, let me still upload this also. This is also another land title image. That we want also to see what the model is going to base on to provide the prediction. So this is another also that it has predicted with the confidence score. As you remember, the earlier confidence score was 97, now it's 93. So these are the areas it has based on to provide that this land title is original. So we'll still get another land title image. This time, let me use a half, because you're supposed to upload a full land title image, but let us try to use a land title image that is half. It's not complete, and we see what it gives us. Will it be able to classify it as original or fake? It's a half. It's not complete. So yeah, it's able to classify it as fake, because now if a land title is not having all the features required for it to be predicted as a full land title and it's an original land title, obviously it's going to flag it as fake because it is half, it doesn't have all the features that are required. So you can even see here from the top up to the bottom here, it flagged this as fake. You can see it's a half, even the coat is not seen well. This other down the lower part is not seen well. So most of the parts are missing. The QR code is missing. So that's why it's able to plot this heat map onto the image for GradCam to show that these are the areas based on to predict that this is not an original land title. So some features are missing. Now, there are instances where you may want to upload an image that is neither original land title nor a fake land title. Let us try that also. Now, for instance, if I get this VIT image here, this is a Vision Transformer architecture image. I'm just trying to show you what, upload it, analyze it to see what it's going to give, because this is not a fake, sorry, this is not in the fake class and this is not in the original class. So we need to see what it's going to do, whether our model is an intelligent model to be able to differentiate and it's not overfitting. So we analyze the image. This is not a land title image. Now we're just trying to analyze to see. Now it flags this as fake. We can see with this percentage of 3.67. It flags it as fake because this is, first of all, not an original land title. And it doesn't also fall in the class of the duplicate or fake land titles. But now it's going to flag it as fake because it doesn't have any features that show that it's an original land title. So the GradCam explainability has been applied onto these areas. You can even see the classification area here near the MLP head, and there is the transformer area, the tokens area, and all this. Has applied the GradCam to it to show that these areas did not contribute to the model's prediction. So this is how good GradCam explainability is good to embed on such a system in order to provide users with confidence of what it's based on to predict their land titles as accurate or fake. So majorly, that is it for the land title classification. And yes, and for the cases of the deployments we made for the front end, we made it, we had to containerize both these applications. We had to containerize all these applications because they are heavy and dense applications that use lots of computing resources. So for instance, we had to containerize this model here that is running in the background with the interface. And together also, we had to also containerize all the other parts that we have seen earlier on so that they're able to run. And then we deployed one of the parts on Vercel and then one of the parts on Hugging Faces so that we're able to manage these computing resources. You can even see this part here of the files. You can even see on this part of the files here, we're able to see that all these are the files that are here, and this is a Docker file here. The Docker file here that we used majorly for containerizing this so that it's able to work. That's why it's running and it's working very well. So this is majorly it for it. And then for the vector database, for those who may want to also have a view of it, where we are storing the data for the data being used by the Legal Land Advisory Service. It's called Quadrant. So let me try to log in very fast. Quadrant, it's good for storing your vectors, vector data. So just a few seconds and we log into it. So this is our Quadrant vector database. It's helping us to store the vectors, the data that you've been seeing, that we have been using, that the user has been chatting with the AI. So that data is being stored here on the Quadrant. So to view that data, just a minute, let's head over here. Yes, so this status shows that the data is running. It's okay. There is nothing wrong with the data. The data is very fine, as you can see. We have even the default 1024. This is the 10,024 is what is being used by the embedding model to do the embedding of this data, converting it to vector representations when we upload the data to it. So if I click here and for us to view samples of the data that has been uploaded, so we have this, you can see all this is data that has been uploaded there. All this, it's a lot of data. It's a lot. So we can still view it even in by just tapping these graph formats. You can still view the data. So majorly, this is it for the demo. Those are the technologies we managed to use for running this and the deployments we managed to use. Yeah, so majorly I would like to end there. Yes, thank you so much.